This week on What in the World is Going On, Anti-Semitic Flyers target LA Jews on Passover. That's the headline. Stay tuned, friends. We at the Friends of Israel Gospel Ministry reported that on April 18th, informing you that residents of heavily Jewish neighborhoods in Los Angeles and Beverly Hills woke up Saturday morning, the 16th, the first day of the Passover holiday, to anti-Semitic flyers on their doorsteps that blame the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine on Jews, saying that every single aspect of the Ukraine-Russia war is Jewish. The flyers were also accompanied by a list of Ukrainian and Russian government officials who are allegedly Jewish or of Jewish heritage. The flyers included an image of a yellow star reading Jude, which Jews were forced to wear in Nazi-occupied Europe during World War II, and images of Russian President Putin and Ukrainian President Zelensky wearing skull caps. Well, friends, this isn't the first time that this area in LA has been a target of anti-Semitism. No, anti-Semitic flyers blaming the COVID pandemic on the Jewish people were also distributed in the same area the first night of Hanukkah in December of 2021. And of course, it has many Jewish people very upset, and rightfully so, because, friends, attacks like this continue to grow as anti-Semitism is on the rise all over the world. In Canada here, anti-Semitism is on the rise, up some 26%. And then in the United States, it's up 60%. And so it's alarming. And, well, we at the Friends of Israel here, we want to stand with our Jewish friends. And we want to speak out against anti-Semitism, as I am doing here on this newscast today. But did you know, friends, that people are quick to point out, and they love to point out, and maybe you've heard this in certain circles of maybe where you work, or maybe you've heard it on certain newscasts, or you've read it somewhere, but people love to point out the George Soroses and men like Yuval Noah Harari, which is Klaus Schwab's top advisor, who I will admit, these are evil men. But people will point them out, and they will point out the fact that they are Jewish. Along with, they'll point out, hey, about the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Maybe you've heard that before, and now all of a sudden we're hearing about these Russian oligarchs with their world influence and all their wealth. And they point out and label them, and they point out the fact that they're all Jewish, and then they label all the Jewish people as being corrupt. And wanting to control the world. That's what's happening with these flyers. That's the idea behind them, is to look at the Jewish people and say they're all part of a problem. That was when you take a look at what Hitler did, it was the same thing, blaming the Jewish people for the ills of the world. And it's, nothing's changed. And in fact, we're seeing this rise of anti-Semitism all over the world. Look, are there corrupt Jewish people in the world? Of course. But there's also corrupt Gentiles, and more of them. And so remember that every time the world points their finger at the Jewish people, well, you remember that, right? Maybe your parents told you that. There's three pointing back, right? There's three pointing back at the world. And do the Jewish people, friends, have a monopoly on sin? Think about it. No, they don't. Are their leaders more sinful than ours? Is Prime Minister Bennett of Israel more of a sinner than Justin Trudeau or Joe Biden? Of course not, friends. Of course not. And so woe unto those that really they sow and distribute seeds of hatred, that try to paint all the Jewish people in the world with an evil brush. Woe unto you. Woe unto you. Woe unto the Pharaohs and the Hamans and the Hitlers of this world, and those that continue with that same demonic hatred for God's chosen people. Woe unto you, because you are playing right into the hand of Satan, as he has an X marked on the Jewish people's back. And what does God have to say about all this, friends? Very simple. Genesis chapter 12, verse 3. I will bless those that bless you, and I will curse him who curses you. And that's speaking about how you treat God's chosen people, the Jewish people. And with that, and until next time, friends, this has been What in the World is Going On with the Friends of Israel Gospel Ministry. Have a great night, everyone.